Now, it's time for the best coverage of high school football in the Valley. This is the Best Local Sports Show with Blake Arthur and Taylor Begley.
Let's come down to this. The final week of the strangest and shortest season of all time. This is the last week headlined by a pair of rivalry games, including the always intriguing flag game. Could winless La Quinta spoil Palm Desert's perfect season?
Plus, who is taking the road less traveled? Rancho Mirage and Palm Springs renew their rivalry in a highly anticipated Friday night fight. It's the 5th and final week of the season on the Best Local Sports Show. Let's go.
You're watching the Best Local Sports Show with Blake and Taylor.
I'm Honey Joe, also known as the Joe Show, on the Best Local Sports Show with Blake and Taylor.
The Joe Show.
The Joe
Love
Show.
that. Welcome into the 5th and final week of high school football on the Best Local Sports Show. Blake Arthur alongside Taylor Begley. And Taylor, just 4 games on the schedule this Friday night, 2 of them rivalry games. Now, traditionally, La Quinta, Palm Desert, one of the best rivalries in the Valley, featuring 2 of the best programs in the Valley. But this year, like everything else, just a little bit different.
Yeah, and I think we knew how this game was going to turn out, Blake, before it even started. Winless La Quinta came in a huge underdog against their rival Palm Desert. The Blackhawks trying to spoil the Aztecs' perfect season and claim another outright league championship. It was senior night for the Aztecs, and what a better gift for the seniors than to enjoy this game from the stands, something DSUSD approved last night. There were over 1,000 fans in the stands for the 26th annual Victory Flag game between Palm Desert and La Quinta. No matter the records, always a good game. And how about sophomore quarterback Brady Clemmer? He was in for the injured Daniel Carter, but don't call him a backup. He puts the Aztecs up real quick. And then cue the Joe Show. Honey Joe, again, another week. Makes it 13-0 Aztecs at the end of the first. Now La Quinta trying to get its offense going and stay in this game. And they do a big gain here. So they would score on this drive, but they would settle for the field goal here, a 37-yard attempt. So that makes it 13-3. Alec DeLara with the field goal there. And a more Joe Show, obviously, Honey Joe.
Got to credit
But
the
look at
offensive
this.
line, too, and the extra effort. Taylor.
Absolutely.
Outstanding.
Unbelievable play there by the entire team. Joe finds the end zone, so the Aztecs, they keep climbing. And then they would do it on defense as well. Big play here. La Quinta trying to make something happen. Quarterback scrambling there. And the defense making a big play. That is Matthew Martinez with the big interception before the half. Palm Desert kept adding in the second half as well. They dominate 41-3. The Aztecs take the flag for the 4th year in a row. The league win streak continues. It's now at 23 games. The Aztecs go to a perfect 5-0 on the season and take the outright league title for the 4th straight year.
Great day to be an Aztec, baby. I ask a lot from this program, from our kids, year-round, 12 months, and it's a lot of work, it's a lot of dedication, and it shows every year. So I just want to thank those seniors, and they did a heck of a job this year, obviously leading the team and with a messed up season and a messed up year, right? So we had great leadership, a small group of seniors, but they were a heck of leaders, and just happy for the team, happy for the program. We're in a good position right now. We returned 16 starters, and next year is going to be special.
It's the last game of the season, my last game ever as a high school senior, and we came in ready. Wanted to fly off the ball, and of course it was shaky at the start, but I mean, got the job done, and the flag's ours,
I'm just the guy that runs the ball behind my O-line. I can't do anything without them. Props to our backup quarterback, Brady, who stepped in, did an amazing job. I'm going to miss everyone, and I'm just glad for this moment.
You never know how the rivalry matchup is going to
You
go,
don't, yeah.
but this one ended up pretty much like we expected it to.
I think so. Is Palm Desert ever going to lose again?
I don't know. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, I guess, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So let's go to the other rivalry game this week, because we did have another one, the Ramon Road rivalry between Rancho Mirage and Palm Springs, a little bit of a newer rivalry, Blake.
Yeah, and I was really looking forward to this matchup, Taylor. Rattlers, Indians, 2 well-coached teams, similar squads, and both of them with a chance to finish second in league play after Palm Desert secured first place. Palm Springs rocking the all-black uniforms with the white helmets. And Taylor, when they break out the black unis, you know it's a big game.
It's getting serious.
Rancho Mirage in the crispy all-white, and then you got the fans. They're wearing whatever they want, but they're in the stands, which is always a good sign. Supposed to be a good game here, but Rancho, they just didn't look like themselves. Cesar Vela, when do you see him throw interceptions? He's picked off here by Jaden McCray, one of the best overall players in the Valley. A monster on both sides of the ball, just making play after play. Yeah, huge game there, but after a penalty, brings it back as you see the flag there. Now, speaking of seeing, unfortunately, did not see Arian Kapler's 80-plus yard touchdown, but I did see this. He's like, yo, come at me. Big run there for the first down off the left side, and, well, here's one off the right side. The vision, was watching the game, shooting the game with head coach Jack Steptoe there of College of the Desert. He said, man, this Kapler kid is something else. He has great vision, great quickness, strong, and how about Isaiah Goad finding his guy, Dylan Armendariz. Nice hook up there, made it 14-0 Tribe. So the Rattlers in trouble on the road, needing to respond, and who are you going to go to when you need an answer? Well, number 13, Vela. The extra effort here, little stiff arm, gets over the goal line for the score.
Play.
He's just a winner. He's a competitor. Made it 14-7, but Palm Springs still in control. Back to the Tribe. Goad again to McCray. How about McCray? You saw him on defense, then on offense. I mean, he's a special talent, special player. And then, you know, this Palm Springs team really tough to stop because they run the rock inside and then they do that on the outside. Palm Springs, they put it on Rancho Mirage, winning the Ramon Road rivalry. Indians 4-1 on the year, taking sole second in the league. Now, look, Taylor, I don't want to discredit Palm Desert by any means, and, you know, people are going to be mad at me for stirring the pot here, but I would love to see Palm Desert and Palm Springs play again. We saw it in week 1. Palm Springs had a chance. Obviously, Palm Desert hasn't lost in, you know, who knows how long, but that would be a fun rematch.
And listen, when I was out at Palm Springs practice this week, they said the exact same thing. They would love to have a rematch of that game and just see how it plays out. It'd be a great one.
It would. They want another crack at it. We're going to have more football here in the program. Just getting started with the show. A trip up to the high desert. Going to see if Indio could get their first and only win of the year, taking on 29 Palms.
Plus, Cathedral City tries to cap off a successful season. How about the Lions? Looking good. They're trying to finish at 4-1. We'll see if they can get it done against Desert Hot Springs. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school football on the Best Local Sports Show.
You're watching the Best Local Sports Show with Blake and Taylor.
Welcome back to the Best Local Sports Show, the 5th and final week of the season. Taylor Begley here with Blake Arthur. Blake, Indio, and 29 Palms are two teams that did not get a full 5-game season like other teams. The Rajas and Wildcats just with 4 this spring.
Yeah, and look, you know, none of this is ideal. 5 games, 4 games, 3 games, none of it is normal. But the bottom line is that some is better than none. Like my grandpa always says, Taylor, better to play and lose than to not play at all. These seniors get one last run out of that tunnel, and time under those lights, you got to cherish every opportunity you get. There they come out of the tunnel, 29 Palms. Carson Estrada going to find the freshman Luke Sadu, and Sadu says,
see you.
See you. Sadu says, see you. There it is. Taylor with the assist and a touchdown there for Sadu. And how about Chris Pacheco, though, for 29 Palms?
Solid.
Former student athlete of the week, right? All right.
Yeah, shout out.
So 1, 2, 3.
Third time's the
stays
charm.
on his feet. 4, 5, 6. I mean, 5 or 6 broken tackles till he finally goes down. Heck of a run there. Could be a Player of the Week nominee. He's a student athlete of the week, a former one. And more 29 Palms up top. Estrada to Zachariah Rhodes. I mean, everything working for the Wildcats. By the way, how do you like those gray uniforms?
They're nice.
They're solid. Just
solid.
Love it. Indio trying to get the running game going. Good first down run for Dom Moran. Look at this. Almost takes it into the end zone, but huge first gain. He's like, hey, let's go. Let's get it going, guys. But too much Estrada and Pacheco. Another touchdown here as the Wildcats win it 50-zip over Indio. 29 Palms with a successful season up there on the high desert.
Now to Desert Hot Springs. They had their schedule shuffled around a bit, but thanks to their athletic director, the Golden Eagles got a 4-game season, and tonight they were hosting Cathedral City, one of the DVL teams that did get 5 games. They brought the crowd, and They got going, but Desert Hot Springs got on the board first. They had a touchdown, but it was mostly all Cat City after that. Here's senior running back Steven Garcia taking the handoff to get the Lions on the board with the touchdown in the first quarter. Now jumping to the second quarter, O'Shea Wallace, the quarterback, takes it himself. That makes it 13-6 Cat City. Next drive for DHS. They fumble the snap, and it is recovered by the Lions. So O'Shea Wallace and the Cathedral City offense get the ball back. And this time they do it through the air.
Oh, wow.
Wallace hits his senior receiver, Juan Salas, for the touchdown. Cat City led 20-6 after the first half and added on in the second half. Cathedral City goes on to win it 39-14. The Lions finish the season 4-1.
Well, perfect segue here because let's look at the final records for the Desert Valley League teams. Here's a look at how everyone ended up. And look, it's one of the weirdest graphics you'll ever see just based on the difference in games played. But It is what it is. And by the way, no trophies this year in the DVL. Just everyone is happy and thankful to compete. Gratitude, the best attitude. But real quick, Coachella Valley 4-0, Cathedral City 4-1, 29 Palms 3-1, and then Indio, Desert Hot Springs, Desert Mirage, Yucca Valley. Desert Mirage, they only played one game. I mean, that just goes to show how bizarre and crazy this year has been. So, we're
just happy to have a season.
Yeah, perspective is key with what's going on. All right, don't go anywhere. We have more football in the show, including a look ahead to the final local football game of the season. Saturday Night Lights. Saturday in the park. No? Okay.
All right, I'll take it from here. Plus, everybody's favorite part of the show coming up. Show up and show out. See which plays are nominees for Best of the Week. You're watching high school football on the Best Local Sports Show.
You're watching the Best Local Sports Show with Blake and Taylor.
Welcome back to the Best Local Sports Show. We have one final game this season, but we have to wait for tomorrow, Saturday. Do you want me to sing again?
Yeah, sing it again.
I'm not going to do that. I was looking for the SATURDAY. Nice.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, Xavier Prep, Shadow Hills, they're going to send off this strange and shortened season tomorrow.
Yeah, Blake, and like we saw with the flag game, more fans will be allowed to attend this one, specifically senior students. The Saints and Knights come into this game with nothing to lose and everything to gain. Both of these programs are trying to build for next year and beyond. Xavier Prep is 2-2 on the season, while Shadow Hills is 1-3. We'll see what happens on Saturday night in the last game of the year. I will be sure to have your coverage, so make sure you tune in and hang out with me on Saturday night sport coverage.
And
right here.
Rumor has it there could be a flyover at the game, which would be pretty cool. So
yeah. Just a little plug.
Little
Yeah,
tease. You'll
make sure you tune in.
Stick around and tune in. All right, time for the fan favorite, as always, our Play of the Week nominees.
And we've narrowed it down to the top 3, but we're leaving it up to you to vote on which one is your favorite for the final time this season.
Gotta vote. Nominee number 1, name that goat. Isaiah Goad up top to Jaden McCray. Heck of a catch by McCray. Beautiful ball by Goad. Heck of a game, too, by McCray. I mean, he did it all.
All over the field.
Made plays on offense, defense, and special teams. Just a playmaker, and that's nominee number 1. Heck of a catch for a touchdown, Jaden McCray.
Now we go to Play of the Week nominee number 2. It is the Palm Desert defense, Matthew Martinez here. He's going to come up with the interception, the big interception. So Matthew Martinez, the Palm Desert linebacker, he is nominee number 2.
Last but not least, nominee number 3. I mean, you probably knew it was happening when you saw it. Chris Pacheco cannot be tackled. He will not be denied. What a run by Chris Pacheco, the Wildcat senior. Now, be sure to vote. Log on our website for the poll. We will reveal the winner on Monday. All right, so that does it for this unprecedented season on the Best Local Sports Show. Like we said when we started here in week 1, Taylor, I want to thank everyone who made this possible. Been a trying year, but together we can get through it and back to normal, hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah, it's just been great to be a part of it and to have high school football, even for this shortened season. And like you said, some teams only had one game this season, but listen, it's great, especially for the seniors, to get back out there and be involved in something and come together as a community.
Very well said. And shout out to all the athletic directors, by the way. Football's over, but every other sport is going on, so be sure to, parents, coaches, athletic directors, send us all the info you can. On behalf of Taylor Begley and our hardworking team, we'll see you next season on the Best Local Sports Show.